Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of Curtain Steel in Supreme Mirror Ultimate. In previous episode we managed to, well, unite the Vietnam, and we're currently fighting in Cambodia. And I think Cambodia is going to fall today at some point. We just need to shuffle our troops around a little bit, maybe get some more repairs going and that sort of stuff. But what we'll probably do is we'll take out that one first, then we'll leave what troops are wounded in there, go around, get rid of that one. Did we get the artillery? Oh, right. Oh, no, that's a Chinese one. We do have the artillery group over here, which we could move about, and we got the new artillery group over there, so let's move that forward. We got artillery group there. There's a lot of allied troops over here. When I say allied, I mean my allies. Yeah, that one's now ready to move. Let's just send it all the way to there. Hopefully it will reach there. Luckily, Thailand is not part of the war. Not officially, anyway. It's mostly just Vietnam versus France. Is there any... Ooh, actually. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'm just wondering, like, if there is any other French colonies in here. I suppose there is the various islands down this way. No, that's British ones. Yeah, French New Caledonia. But I don't think we can get there. Nor can we get into Africa, all the French colonies in Africa. Unless we start selling a lot of things to Vietnam, which I suppose is a possibility, but not really very likely. World market approval rating is still pretty bad, apparently. Treaty integrity is only 51%, so yeah, it's a bit bad. Oh, there's combat going in here. Alright, I'll clear that. Okay, let's bring in the artillery over here somewhere. There's probably a river province, so let's get it over there to the side. But that should make quite a difference. There we go, it's down to 3. But now that we've taken the port over here, they'll need to go all the way to Thailand and then through the road there, so we might be able to keep them a bit more contained, the enemies that is. There is another tank over here that we can move in. The combat engineer needs to pull back. We should have the... Well, we've got a couple units over there. Right, we've got more supply trucks over here, which certainly can be moved forward. Right, let's just capture that. Which one was it? I suppose I can just take these two, entrench them over there. Oh, right, I just realised I could have used one of the engineers as a bridging unit earlier. In an earlier episode to capture these. Just put in one of them over here, for example, somewhere. And then just have it, well, actually, probably over there, rather. Or maybe here? Or maybe for once we capture this, then bridge over there, and then just get the tanks across, capture these. But, well, there's a lot of things in this game, and you tend to forget a few every now and then. Right, so that's some... oh, right, actually. Now that we've unlocked the better artillery and all that, we should probably start producing those instead of the ones that we currently do. Speaking of which, we've got a massive amount of troops here, don't we? Right, so the production... we just completed another AA gun, I think. Let's have a look at the artillery piece that we researched. I think it was this one. We don't have any yet, so that is kind of a good sign. It's a new one. It only takes 12 days to build one as well. There's 25. How much do we have? Oh, 25 damage on tanks and 22 on infantry. So it's a lot more efficient against tanks. It's basically what it is. We can switch to that, and then didn't we get the AA stuff also researched? There's the... That's pretty good damage, and it's got a bit of extra range. We got the 7mm tote AA gun. Oh yeah, we got those in production right now here. And that's actually got pretty good damage as well. It's slightly better at close air. Mid-air, not quite as good. They got the same range. Oh, actually, this one's got technically better range, but it's the same amount of hexes still. So it doesn't matter, because one hex is 16km range, and you basically start firing from the edge of the hex that you're in. And then it sort of measures the distance there. Right, so I suppose that's all the production stuff there. I mean, I suppose we could switch away from producing the IM2 heavies. Or IS2M, sorry, not IM2. And then maybe put in just another T10 in there to be produced. So we'll get a bit more better tanks in the long run. We've got one tank over there, another tank over here. I don't think we've got on any of the T10s yet in here, which is probably fine. We've got a ton of supply trucks though. I think we might even have a bit too many supply trucks right now, so let's just go ahead and not produce the supply trucks for a little bit. Like, sure enough, you'll need plenty, but not quite that plenty. Well, we should have the tanks ready in here soon. Did we bring in the artillery close enough? No, I don't think we did. Let's bring the artillery over there. Oh, there's some artillery over here. Not our artillery, mind you, but a friendly artillery regardless. If we clear out that garrison, we could actually just push along here. But I think this is going to be slightly better. So we take that one, then we go for the current capital, and then just clear out the border. I mean, there's still that one, I suppose, as well. We need more troops, basically, is what I'm saying here. Oh, for some reason that was pushed for... Oh, because there was a friendly troop there. Pushed them forward. Oh, well, we've got the firepower in here. We've got 7 regiments of tanks. I think we'll be able to break through that quite... Oh, I think these are probably brigades, but regardless. Oh, wait, no, yeah, regiments. I presume. Well, regardless. We've gotten that captured, so let's go ahead and take these 6. Get over there. I'm going to start bringing our artillery forward. Got a bit of combat engineers in here. I just want to make sure that I got someone defending the towns that I take, so that the enemy can't just waltz through there. Oh, and I do still have a tank there. Is this... Oh, there's a Chinese unit going back to China, I suppose. It's faster with a ship than going on the road. Right, well, I mean, now that we've got most of the troops in here, that's 6 tanks. We've got a 7th tank over here. We can move these forward. We do have the... Oh, there we are. We can move this one in here, so it's going to provide some air cover, although I don't think there's any airfields. Well, I mean, suppose they could fly from there still. We'll have the extra supply truck in, so let's just go in, I suppose. Should be able to break through these defenders quite quickly. We've got the artillery support and all that. We even got some Chinese support in here. Excellent. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad. I start moving along here. Oh, they got something moving in. Whether it's actually going to get through or not, I don't know. Probably not. They've got something there. Oh, right, there's still this artillery piece as well. But technically speaking, since Australia and Vietnam aren't at war, we can't actually destroy it. So they got someone over there in the forest. At least they had someone in there. Might not be staying there anymore. Let's take these 6 and clear it out if there is something. Oh, there's nothing there anymore. Could have also been just lack of supplies, to be fair. Okay, we've got 1 combat engineer here with 2 supply trucks. I suppose we could bring these forward. And do we have... Yeah, we've got that artillery group there. Enemy troops close to capital. Oh, no. Well, luckily that's their problem, not mine. If someone gets close to Moscow, then we might panic a little bit. So they're trying to recapture a lot of these areas. I mean, I suppose... Well, no, we've got plenty of supplies in here. Let's go ahead and move in the support units in here. Make sure that we've got range on both of that and that with the artillery. That should help us quite a bit. And, oh, there's a Chinese unit in there. Alright. How much do they have in there? They got 4 plus a little bit extra of garrison. I guess we'll just go for the city now. That BTR took a little bit of the beating there. And now we're just going to break the defenders. They're no match for our tanks. Although, supplies might be an issue. Send in supply trucks. We should be able to keep the troops mostly supplied. Well, I mean, we're still dealing damage. So we're just about keeping them supplied, I suppose. Bring these closer and let's go ahead and send in these into the city. We can leave those damaged ones in there. Then we'll start moving some troops. Oh, right, and we've got a tank over here as well. Move that one in. We can move in the artillery as well. If we capture that one soon, we'll have a lot of artillery firing on that. Let's put it that way. So we'll capture that, and then these two towns. Then we'll just have that one little town over there that we need to capture. That should not be an issue, though. What we can do is we can actually start moving our artillery towards it. Oh, there's some Australian tank in here. Oh, that's the one that has been capturing things, isn't it? And then move the capital now. Let's just destroy that tank, shall we? It's not gonna... Oh, yeah. That was one salvo, and then it was gone. Now we're attacking from multiple directions. I don't think that actually has that big of an impact, other than the fact that you got more units firing on the enemy. Let's go ahead and move... Oh, wait, is this... Yeah, they do have the supply truck. Get the troops over there. Supply, especially that group. I mean, it's running a little bit low on supplies, I'll admit. If we can keep the combat going, we should be fine. And that seems to be the case. As soon as that's captured, we'll send in one of the tanks there. There we go. We move in the artillery forward. Speaking of artillery, we should still have quite a bit in here. Make another artillery group. Not that we're necessarily needed. We'll bring it in regardless. Right, so that one's probably going to need a bit of a rest. This one, well, we got one over here that might be fine already. And then that's a combat engineer. Do we have... Oh yeah, we got a tank over here that could be moved forward. So I guess we'll just move in there. We might need to move in the artillery, to be fair. And then another one from here. We should be able to capture these quickly. There we go, there we go. Let's push in. We can bring in the artillery again. We'll bring it over there. That should be within reach. These two can go capture... Oh, right. So now there's only this one. After we capture... Well, I suppose I still need to switch the hands on these. But beyond that, let's go ahead and get some supplies in here. These can move forward. We've got the artillery within reach. Send those tanks forward first, and then we're going to say... Oh, actually, these are going to be... Well, at the same time, roughly, actually. But yeah, that should be pretty good. How much have we got on experience in here? A lot of them already have bronze stars. Some of the newer tanks don't, but that is not really that big of an issue. Let's go ahead and move at least 2 on the town itself. Might want to use one of the tanks, or a couple of the tanks, to just capture most of this area that is still available, or not captured. Make sure that the enemies can't just cross the border anymore in here. And then we'll just need to bring in some troops to take out the last town. We're currently at 9 billion there, so we're making good money, that's for sure. So much so that we might actually want to do some more social spending. Let's just go ahead and put in another 3 million in education. How is our population growth doing anyway? Yeah, we've still got about 1.2 million more births than deaths. And there's about a bit shy of 600,000 difference in the immigration and emigration. So it's still about 600,000, I suppose. It's not the worst. Okay, there we go. We got all of this captured. And let's just take these tanks. And we got these 2 tanks. Do we have something else that we could send in? I mean, of course, we got the combat engineers that we could. Of course, we can take this artillery group. Bring that within reach. That can move forward 1 step. I have plenty of artillery. We've got a couple combat engineers here. We can just move those forward. We will need to move in some supply trucks, I reckon. Because it's not in a good terrain for us. Or good terrain to bring in supplies from. Oh, did we have submarine firing or something? I don't know if it was our submarine or not, but we do have a second submarine in here. Let's move that in here then. Right, here's the tanks. So that's only 5 of them, but that's actually not too bad. We've got some combat engineers here. I think this city will fall fairly quickly. Just 3 more days for the new submarine design, and then pharmacology is going to be 10 days. All that sort of stuff. So the research is going along quite nicely. Didn't we have more supply trucks? Oh yeah, we do. Bring those to the group over there as well. Oh! So some of the nations are moving to NATO leaning, so I guess the NATO nations aren't doing that great job either right now, keeping everyone happy. So there is definitely a lot of fluctuation in all that. Right, do we have the supply trucks in here? We do. Don't know if we are quite ready to fight, but I guess we don't really have a choice. We just need to get rid of this defenders. There's only 4 garrisons, and we got plenty of damage output. We got 10 artillery pieces in here firing. Suppose we could send in another combat engineer to the fray there. And there we go, down to 3 garrisons, 2 garrisons, 1, and 0. And unit design. I guess we'll send someone in there. There we go. That should be the end of Cambodia. So Vietnam, or North Vietnam right now as it's known. Congratulations, you haven't won the war, but you've secured your borders. There isn't any... Yeah, French Cambodia eliminated. There isn't any borders that the enemies can enter through. They might still try to do some landings from time to time, I suppose. But for the most part, I don't think they'll do much of that either. So I'm kind of thinking, do I just send in my troops back home? I could maybe sell some of the troops to Vietnam, especially some of the artillery. Let's just go ahead and take our troops from here then. How many? 61. That's quite a few. Oh. Right, it's only the ground troops. Sea transport. Let's send them back to Vladivostok. We might have a bit too much troops now. We can also probably just reserve most of these. So at least we can sell some of the troops if we want to. But I think it's back to diplomacy. So first things first, Poland. I want to sell you something. I don't know what it's going to be. Antibiotics, apparently. That's good. East Germany, X-ray things, and then same for Czechoslovakia. Hungary doesn't have much money. Romania does have quite a bit, actually. And Albania likes us. Is there... Okay, Yugoslavia doesn't hate us. I think if I can do more trade deals right now to make people... since we're not going to be fighting too much right now. So our treaty integrity should go up again. It's currently 51.9%. And hopefully it'll be better. Domestic approval rating is not particularly good though. We'll put in a little bit in environment. We could maybe put in a few more million into healthcare as well. That might increase the birth rates. If we have a look at the birth rates right now, so it's not really had an impact there actually. Not yet at least. But we are slowly reducing the emigration. So that is going to be helpful. We've got plenty of money that we can spare. That's not a problem. Let's actually... Oh, modern pharmacology has been researched. Let's have a look. Has Estonia managed to... They did get the industrial goods thing completed. They haven't gotten the gas field over here yet. They're working on it, but I don't think they have the cash to actually continue building. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll give them another 10 million. Or 15. Not much value, or that much value for me, but it will help them tremendously. It looks like Lithuania's actually got a decent bit of cash. Do they have any sort of productions in there, I suppose? Not really, do they not? I mean, there's nothing in there. I suppose there might be some small industry over here at their capital. And they got a little bit of electricity. Oh, well, they do have actually another one over here. That's another mid-sized consumer goods. Alright. Speaking of consumer goods, how much do we have? We've got 150 tons. Alright, 800,000 tons of industrial goods. How is our unemployment? 4.1, so we can't really afford reducing that too much. Now, to be fair, since we got a lot of colonies, what we could do... we could try helping them build various things, like, I don't know, coal power, for example, for some cheap electricity, so that we can get that easily, and a few other things, perhaps. Oh, looks like military goods price has increased quite drastically. Let's increase the minimum price over there to 5,700, so we'll at least get some profit out of it. There might not be that much demand for it right now. Yeah, selling conditions are unfavorable, so there's probably not a lot of demand in the global markets. At least uranium, we're making some money out of it. Metal ore is making pretty good money. Coal is not really profitable for selling through here. Oh, right, actually, the minimum price over there is perhaps a bit too high. Reduce the amount of sales over there by a little bit. Sphere change on Pakistan, alright. And Guatemala is buying rubber, and right, we gave Estonia some money. Norway and Philippines have allied. I don't think there's any rebellions in Vietnam right now, which is fine. Does Vietnam have a lot of cash? They've got 500 million, so I could probably give them some sort of technology to help them improve their nation. Andorra is NATO online from NATO leaning, alright. China, you got a lot of money. How about I start selling you some technology as well? Antibiotic for 60 million is not massive, but it's better than nothing. And we got some troops returning from Vietnam now. Excellent. Those are going to be the first ones that are going to arrive here. Let's go ahead and sell a few things for... oh, wow. Right, so fluorescent lighting isn't all that valuable for you. Oh, wait, no. Neither one of those is. Right, China, you want to get some... I'm going to go coal gasification. That's another 200 million. Excellent. That might actually be part of the reason why people don't want to make deals with me, because I got the treaty integrity so low. But again, if we just get more trade deals done for technology and all that sort of stuff, we should be able to make a lot better, or improve the treaty integrity a lot, and then that way get a lot more out of it. Partially to Texas, you might want that, because it's a long-term research. And I believe it also helps a lot with unlocking new things. How's Finland doing? They don't hate us. There is some combat going somewhere. I'm guessing that's in... oh yeah, it's in Korea. As per usual. Oh, okay. Germany didn't want to buy the particle detectors. Well, alright then. Have we at least managed to improve the... I don't know, the treaty integrity is still at 52%. Approval rating domestically is only 22%, roughly. Now, luckily, we don't have elections, so we don't need to worry about it too much. You know, it's a bit of an indication on how well you're doing in keeping your population happy, which apparently we're not doing all that great job at. Do we still have... okay, yeah, we started selling some of the coal at least. We've still got 8 million to sell. Alright. Petroleum price is still not all that great, although it seems like we're making a lot of money out of it, so let's just increase the production to 70%. See how much of an impact that is going to have. If the price... oh, there's actually some that need to be sold now. Well, we'll see how it goes. If it starts piling up a lot, then we might have an issue. If it doesn't, then we should be fine. Right, actually, how much does Belarus have? They got a bit of money, not massive. They do have an extra research center, at least. That's quite useful for them. They do have a bit of coal power. Oh no, actually, it's petrol power. And they're speaking of which, they probably need to buy a lot of petrol from me. Now there's... oh, well, actually, they do have some gas fields of their own, so maybe not that much. I'm guessing Belarus is going to be fine in terms of economy. Ukraine? How about we start selling you some more techs? That's going to improve the situation of your nation. And at the same time, we get some more money that we can use to buddy up with some other nations. Are we Bolivia? We are supporting your government, yes. And are we doing that in Venezuela as well? We are. Venezuela doesn't necessarily like us that much, but we could probably get some money out of trade deals with them. And then, of course, Colombia. get a bit of money out of them as well. How is the... Okay, Nicaragua has dictatorship, El Salvador has a dictatorship. El Salvador's got on a decent bit of cash actually now. I think since we've been selling them rubber, they've managed to keep their economy rolling, so to speak, and that is making a massive difference. So one thing that I suppose I could do if I had... Oh, market relations are still pretty bad. I mean, I kind of knew that. I think, actually, if we have a look at the diplomacy, was it listed over here? Subsidy rate is 11.5% from world market. So they don't like me. I don't necessarily blame them. But I do scapegoat them. Is there any more research? Ooh, medical. Rocket therapy. I think that antibiotics. I'm gonna put both of those to be researched. Probably not gonna hurt, at least. Oh, there's some ships moving about here in the Gulf of Finland. Oh, there we go. Now you got your oil production. How much are you actually making? Petroleum. You make a lot more than what you used. That's definitely good news. And their production, I don't actually know, are these my production costs or their... No, these are my production costs. That is showing. Wait. No. It's not my... I think it might be some average production costs, I suppose. Or maybe it would be their production costs, I don't know. Yeah, they don't have rubber production per se. And production... Or rubber production cost for us is fairly high. So that's a bit of a problem. I think what we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. I will probably do a bit of a time skip forward. Do some trade deals, etc. See if we can't start flipping some of the nations forward. Probably not going to be all that long of a time skip though. Let's say around January is probably when we come back. Unless there's something interesting that happens in the meanwhile. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.